deep within South America's vast green core, where drifting mist mingles with the calls of countless creatures, stretches a realm both mesmerizing and perilous, Brazil's tropical jungle, a sanctuary of abundance and a battlefield of survival. In the shadows of colossal trees and along endless river channels, a hidden world thrives, one shaped by patient hunters and vigilant prey. The snake, an expert of silence and precision, glides through moist foliage and twisted roots, waiting for the perfect opportunity. Yet it is far from the only contender. Jaguars, caimans, birds of prey, and hundreds of species face the challenges of existence every single day. The Amazon is a landscape where beauty and danger are inseparable, where calm can shift into fierce action in the blink of an eye. Here, only those who are strong, clever, and fully attuned to their environment can survive. Welcome to Brazil's wild, unyielding heart. Amid dense vegetation and moss-covered rocks, thousands of highly venomous snakes glide silently, turning this remote land into one of the most dangerous islands on Earth. Among them reigns the golden lancehead, an endemic species found nowhere else in the world. Its body, shimmering with a fiery golden hue beneath the treetops, can grow well over 1.5 meters in length. Yet it is not its size that inspires fear, but its fangs. A single, almost invisible bite can stop a heartbeat within minutes. With few large animals to hunt, the golden lancehead has perfected the art of ambush, targeting migratory birds. It lies still among the dry leaves, gently twitching its tail like a tiny worm, a unique hunting strategy used by Bothrops insularis to lure unsuspecting prey. High above, an exhausted bird descends, believing it has found an easy meal. The moment between life and death hangs by a thread, but sharp instincts prevail. With a sudden burst, it spreads its wings and escapes into the sky, leaving the frustrated predator hidden among the foliage. On Snake Island, not every hunt ends in triumph. Even so, thousands of years of isolation have shaped the golden lancehead into one of Brazil's most formidable predators, turning this island into a lasting symbol of danger. But Brazil's wilderness holds far more than the golden phantom of Snake Island. Deep within the vast Amazon rainforest, a parallel world pulses with the rhythm of life. The forest canopy shivers, leaves rustle, and capuchin monkeys glide effortlessly from branch to branch. In contrast to the deadly silence of the snakes below, these energetic primates fill the jungle with movement and vitality. Capuchins are small, weighing only a few kilograms, but their bright eyes and agile, prehensile tails, used almost like a second arm, make them true acrobats of the forest. Their nimble hands crack tough nuts, flip heavy leaves, and pull insects from the cracks of ancient trees. Behind their playful behavior lies remarkable intelligence. These monkeys use stones as tools, shape sticks into makeshift weapons to deter snakes, and cooperate while hunting small prey, from swift lizards to unsuspecting chicks. Today, they target a hidden rodent wedged between the rocks. With coordinated precision, the group catches it with ease. But the victory is brief. From the bushes, a long shadow glides forward. A snake strikes without warning, seizing the prey in seconds. It swallows it whole and slips away, leaving only frustration behind. In this unforgiving world, a moment's distraction can turn triumph into loss. For capuchins, neither strength nor speed is the secret to survival. It is intelligence, the invisible tool sharpened over thousands of years. Yet the world of capuchins is not defined solely by danger. Even in the harshness of the rainforest, life continues with moments of tenderness. Females give birth only once every 2 years. Their newborns, tiny and reddish-skinned, cling to their mothers from the moment they enter the world. Riding on her back, they learn to climb, forage, and sense danger. The entire troop plays a role in raising them. Adult males remain vigilant, while younger members approach with curiosity, learning the responsibilities of adulthood as they play with the infants. This deep bond strengthens the group, where every individual is a vital part of the collective life cycle. The true legacy of the Capuchins lies not only in their cleverness or their ability to outthink threats, but in their devotion to guiding the next generation, ensuring their intelligence echoes through the Brazilian rainforest for centuries to come. Beneath the low canopy of a towering tree, beside a stream that winds through the dark and humid Mata Atlantica forest, a tiny creature hides beneath the leaves. It is the glass frog, a delicate being only a few centimeters long, with an abdomen so transparent that its beating heart and organs are visible. A symbol of pure fragility, yet also a masterpiece of natural camouflage. Unlike many amphibians, glass frogs do not spend their lives in the water. Instead, they cling to leaves that grow above flowing streams. During daylight, they virtually disappear. Their pale green skin and blurred edges make their bodies blend perfectly with the foliage. But when night falls and the forest cools, they awaken, leaping from leaf to leaf as they hunt ants, flies, and tiny insects. When the rains return and the ancient forest breathes again, the Mata Atlantica becomes alive once more. From a hanging wasp nest nearby, tiny shapes begin to stir. One by one they emerge, then surge forward as a swarm, racing toward the fragile clutch, protected only by a thin leaf and a devoted father. His kicks are sharp, swift, and silent, a tiny warrior in the heart of the forest. He defends each drop of life with unwavering courage. Within seconds, the swarm retreats and the jungle falls quiet once more. If the father could speak, perhaps he would say only one thing, steady and resolute as his instinct. As long as I'm here, nothing will harm you. Soon, the transparent eggs begin to tremble. Life stirs within them. One by one, the larvae break free, slide over the edge of the leaf, and fall into the water below. And so begins a new journey, silent, delicate, yet carried by the timeless strength of survival. Beneath the forest floor, a lively troop of coatis, playful creatures with elongated snouts, moves through a thick carpet of fallen leaves. The females lead the way, backs slightly arched, their upright tails swaying like slender antennas, guiding the group forward. Behind them, the young let out sharp squeaks, careful not to fall too far behind. With their brown fur and flexible noses, the coatis tirelessly explore the terrain, sniffing and digging for food, fruits, eggs, insects, and even small lizards. These animals live in matriarchal bands made up of related females and their offspring, forming tightly organized societies. While adult males wander alone, the females show remarkable cooperation, sharing food, watching over one another, and defending the young from lurking predators. Led by their mothers, the troop reaches the edge of a narrow stream, winding beside an open meadow, where the cool air carries the scent of fresh mud and moss. Here, life gathers in peace. A family of capybaras lounges in the sun and cools off in the water, while not far away, a crocodile rests motionless, resembling a drifting log, its steady gaze tracking any movement nearby. The coatis spread out, slipping quietly among the wet reeds. They use their sensitive snouts to scan the ground, stirring up the mud and lifting clumps of grass in search of lungfish that surface to breathe. One youngster manages to grab a wriggling fish, but the commotion does not go unnoticed. A dark shadow dives from above, an agile bird of prey. It doesn't target the adults, but the clumsy juvenile clutching its prize. The mothers instantly rise, growling warnings, while the rest of the young dash into the bushes for cover. The threatened youngster manages to slide beneath a shrub, hiding the fish within the damp grass. Frustrated by the coati's quick coordination, the raptor soars back into the sky. The danger fades. The troop returns to its foraging, now quieter and more alert than before, senses sharpened by the close call. Along the stream's edge, where the murmur of flowing water blends with distant birdsong, their snouts continue to probe the soil with patience and care. In the wild, survival is not driven by instinct alone. It also depends on wisdom earned through vigilance. In the stillness of Brazil's Atlantic forest, a new sound rises clear, vibrant, and echoing like a celebration awakening beneath the trees. It marks the arrival of the mannequin, the forest's tiny dancers, creatures of dazzling beauty and remarkable communication skills. Among them, the swallow-tailed mannequin Chiroxifia caudata stands out with its shimmering emerald plumage and bright red head that glows like a tiny flame in the canopy. Though it measures barely 15 centimeters and weighs less than 30 grams, this bird fills the forest with extraordinary displays. Each year, as the breeding season begins, the Atlantic forest stirs, with the echoes drifting from its sunlit clearings. At a gathering place known as a lek, males assemble to perform synchronized dances, producing sharp clicks as they flap their wings and tap the branches in perfect rhythm. It is far more than a contest of beauty. This is a true symphony of precision. What is most remarkable is that from the entire group, only one male will earn the chance to mate the one who delivers the most flawless performance. The others participate as partners and apprentices, learning and rehearsing tirelessly for years, sometimes 8 or even 10, waiting for the moment when they might stand at the center of the forest's green stage. When a female arrives, the dominant male unveils the finest dance of his life. He leaps in swift spirals between branches, releasing soft calls of courtship and demonstrating his full elegance and vitality. The female, though often only a year old, carries a quiet but powerful maternal instinct. After a brief pairing, she leaves the lek unnoticed and slips into a secluded corner of the forest, where she begins her silent task, crafting a small cup-shaped nest from dried grasses, moss, and delicate twigs. Once she lays 1 or 2 eggs, the mother begins nearly 3 weeks of patient incubation, facing the forest's unpredictable moods alone. Without the male's help, without an audience or applause, her steadfast devotion becomes one of the most touching scenes of resilience in the untamed heart of the wild. Beneath the deep blue waters surrounding the coast of Brazil lies a world as breathtaking as it is unforgiving. Under the shimmering waves of the Atlantic, where sunlight barely reaches the sandy floor, life and death are locked in a constant struggle. Here, every creature, whether a tiny reef fish or a powerful shark, must fight for its place in this underwater realm. Predators strike with deadly accuracy. Vast schools of fish sweep through the currents as if guided by a single mind, and coral formations offer shelter to those quick enough to slip between their living walls. In this aquatic universe, there is no pause and no mercy. The Brazilian Ocean is a stage of endless beauty and quiet ferocity, where only the strongest, the sharpest, and the most adaptable are able to endure. Among the countless creatures that inhabit the ocean depths, two legless predators share a similar fate: the powerful moray eel and the venomous sea snake, both silent hunters of the deep. Within the winding maze of coral formations, where only a thin veil of silver light filters through, a head slowly emerges from a rocky crevice. Its eyes, small, round, and cold as steel, remain unblinking, stretching nearly 3 meters long. Its smooth, scaleless skin is patterned with greenish-brown blotches that blend seamlessly with the reef. This is the giant moray, ruler of the Indo-Pacific reef territories. Lacking ribs, its cable-like body slips effortlessly into tight fissures where other animals cannot reach. Inside its jaws lies a second set of teeth. The outer jaws grip firmly, while the inner pharyngeal jaws shoot forward to drag prey deeper into its throat, a killing mechanism refined by evolution. Morays are solitary animals, each guarding a personal den. As darkness falls, they lie in wait, letting the crashing of the waves mask their movements. When the moment is right, they strike with lightning speed, faster than the human eye can follow. Lionfish, young sharks, rays, and even octopuses may fall victim to its sudden attack. Suddenly, a dark figure glides among the rocks. A fully grown octopus rises from a distant ledge. Its arms move fluidly but cautiously, its skin shifting colors to blend with the sand, an expert of camouflage, intelligent and alert. Yet it has wandered into the giant moray's domain. The water seems to tighten. The eel advances slowly, body rippling in silence, eyes fixed on its target. A cloud of sand erupts, and in an instant, the strike is over. Moments later, only a drifting trail of ink remains, swirling beneath the dim light. On the ocean floor, The giant moray is far from selective. Its menu ranges from small reef fish, groupers, crabs, shrimps, and young rays to even venomous species such as lionfish. It hunts not by choice, but by instinct, showing no fear. As an ambush predator, it rules with precision an unexpected lunge, a decisive double bite, and a slippery body that makes it nearly untouchable. After each hunt, the moray returns to its den to rest, mate, and safeguard the next generation. During the warm water season, from September to December, mating begins. They do not form pairs, they meet only for reproduction. In calm waters, two morays entwine like living ribbons, releasing eggs and sperm that drift away with the currents. A single female may release up to 1 million tiny eggs, left to the mercy of the sea. Most will be swept away or eaten by other animals. Only a small fraction will survive as transparent larvae, drifting for months until they transform into young morays. Then, each will search for its own reef, and the eternal cycle of the hunt begins once more. Despite their power, morays are not without enemies. No predator is ever truly safe. In the vast ocean, every hunter is prey to something else. And now, nearby, a new silhouette approaches, silent, graceful, yet armed with venom 10 times more potent than that of a cobra. The water's surface gleams with golden reflections. Soft shafts of sunlight slip through the water, revealing a long, slender figure gliding effortlessly with the current. Unlike moray eels, creatures of shadow and rocky reefs, this animal belongs to the bright, shifting world of tides. It is the sea snake, a creature that appears delicate but ranks among the most venomous animals on Earth. descended from land-dwelling snakes. Sea snakes have spent millions of years evolving for a fully aquatic life. Their paddle-shaped bodies allow them to move gracefully through the sea, and their extended lungs stretch nearly the length of their bodies, enabling them to hold their breath for over 2 hours. Even their skin can absorb small amounts of oxygen directly from the water, an extraordinarily rare trait for reptiles. Though seemingly fragile, sea snakes are perfectly engineered predators. Their potent neurotoxic venom can incapacitate multiple animals within minutes. These hunters do not seek the darkness. Instead, they prefer the early morning light, slipping through corals, crevices, and rocky ledges in search of prey. Small fish, young eels, squids, nothing escapes their lightning-fast strike. They require no raw strength, only the briefest touch, as their venom immediately shuts down the victim's nervous system. Unlike the solitary moray eel, some sea snakes hunt cooperatively. Dozens may surround an area, driving schools of fish against the rocks before striking in unison. They also mate in open water, their bodies intertwined beneath the gentle waves. Females give birth at sea, completing a life cycle bound entirely to ocean waters, where venom is the key to survival. Today, in the calm blue, a sea snake ventures into territory few creatures dare to explore. Beams of light shimmer through the surface, casting flickering patterns across the coral. The only sounds are the soft bubbling of the water and the rhythmic pulse of the sea. A strange scent lingers, salted and sharp, not like fish or shrimp. It belongs to something large, hidden, and alert. The moray eel senses an intruder. Without warning, the silence erupts. Two bodies coil violently, twisting in a clouded haze. One is pure muscle and crushing power, the other, a weapon of invisible chemistry. Within minutes, the moray's movements falter, weakening with each passing second. Its body trembles as the venom takes hold, stopping every muscle, silencing every instinct. The seafloor returns to stillness. In the ocean, victory is never permanent. Only adaptation prevails. The strong fall before the small, armed with a lethal advantage. Yet again, the sea reveals its unchanging truth. Strength takes many forms, but survival belongs to those who evolve. Beneath the maze-like domes of coral, the ancient rules of nature play out through instinct and blood. Now, an old predator glides into these waters. Its dorsal fin slices the surface with effortless grace. But inside that fluid motion lies the strength of millions of years of evolution. Cold eyes, a tapered snout, and rows of razor-edged teeth reveal its identity, the reef shark, a primitive hunter gifted with the ability to sense blood from remarkable distances. Though not the largest predator in the sea, the reef shark represents perfect adaptation. Reaching just over 2 meters in length, its streamlined, arrow-shaped body is sheathed in tough skin, covered with tiny backward-facing scales that reduce drag, allowing it to surge forward with explosive speed. Every part of its anatomy reflects an evolutionary design meant for navigating narrow reef corridors, where a single wrong turn could mean injury or death. Its vision is tuned for dim habitats. The shark sees clearly even at dusk or beneath the shifting shade of waves. Behind its retina lies the tapetum lucidum, a reflective layer that captures the faintest traces of light, allowing darkness to become an ally. Its sense of smell, an invisible weapon, can detect a single drop of blood in millions of liters of water. Even more remarkable is a network of bioelectric sensors around its snout called the ampullae of Lorenzini. These tiny organs detect the faint electrical impulses of moving muscles, a tremor, a heartbeat. Even the softest flicker is enough to expose a hidden creature among the corals. Reef sharks do not hunt in massive groups like hammerheads, nor do they roam entirely alone like great whites. Instead, they travel in small bands close enough to cooperate, yet spaced enough to avoid clashing with the reef's tight structures. They do not need to chase endlessly. When they pick a target, the attack is swift, a burst of speed, a single bite, and a retreat. They wait patiently as the prey weakens. Their hunting style is efficient and precise, wasting nothing. Unlike great white sharks of the deep, cold seas, the reef shark thrives in warm waters where angled sunlight dances across corals and currents teem with fish. It is more than a predator, it is a regulator, removing the weak and sick to maintain the balance of the reef ecosystem. Despite their fierce reputation, reef sharks do not kill needlessly. They can live more than 25 years and reproduce through internal gestation, giving birth to pups already capable of swimming and hunting. They need no guidance. Instinct is etched into their DNA, shaped by countless generations. In the vast blue, the reef shark stands as a symbol of harmony between speed, perception, and instinctive intelligence. A creature so finely tuned to its environment that it has changed little over tens of millions of years. Behind those cold, unreadable eyes is a disciplined hunter, one that rarely considers humans prey. Attacking only when provoked or when blood stirs its ancient reflexes. Among the reef's hierarchy of predators, moray eels rule the darkness. Sea snakes command venom, but the reef shark stands above them all. Forged by the earliest ages of the ocean, it remains the true pinnacle of marine power. Our journey through the wild lands and seas of Brazil comes to an end, but the story of life here continues. From the dense depths of the Amazon rainforest to the mysterious waters of the Atlantic, every corner of this country pulses with strength, struggle, and balance. In the thick forest, the green-backed snake glides through the shadows with lethal grace. The tiny glass frog, delicate as a whisper, survives on the damp leaves under endless rain. Coatis, curious and determined, forage tirelessly among roots, and capuchin monkeys, clever and social, demonstrate that intelligence is also a form of power. Every creature, large or small, fights for a single-purpose survival, and in the vast ocean surrounding these lands, sharks, dolphins, and sea snakes maintain their own balance in the eternal dance between predator and prey. Yet they are not alone. In recent years, humans have begun to see this wild world through new eyes with respect, awareness, and responsibility. Park rangers, scientists, and local communities work tirelessly to protect the remaining forests, rescue endangered species, and teach future generations that humanity's true strength lies not in dominating nature, but in living in harmony with it. Every action matters, every tree preserved, every river cleaned, every life saved is a step toward a more harmonious future between people and the wild. The heart of Brazil leaves us an eternal lesson. Nature does not need humans to survive, but humans cannot live without nature. If this journey through Brazil's most untamed landscapes has inspired you, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, Hidden Planet TV. Join us on our next expeditions as we continue exploring, learning, and protecting the secrets of the natural world together.